Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you with another game of Hades 2. We're just trying to go fast, so we're just gonna take, you know, the 5-minute thing. After all, if we can't clear it with that timer with nothing else, then we won't be going very fast, will we? Alright, Hestia first. This is not really great for what we're looking for, is it? But Scorchcast is fine. Alright, we're using Thanatos aspect, which I'm not actually that experienced with. And it's not really that much of a fast run so far, is it? So basically we can stack crit chance for our Omega moves with our basic attack. Transform that. This is like okay, right? The Scorch is actually going to be pretty strong. And we also swing a lot faster, you know, hopefully we'll get something for that soon. Because we're going to be able to just, like, dash strike in beautifully for most of the game. Alright, so do we take Colossus Slash for 10 power, other attacks multiply it, or fasterness? I think faster, right? Because that'll, you know, that plays into the whole thing. But we just got to keep on rolling. Alright, do we want to force a Chaos Skate? I mean, I think, yeah, I mean, what's the worst that'll happen? It'll, take away our attack now. We'll be able to find something that'll let us go. Yeah, oh yeah, the attack speed is great. Yeah, so we can do just a very big crit already with nothing else on there. And getting to pump this cast a lot, you know, it does a lot of work, so doing more on it is great. You know, 100 DPS is solid. Alright, so slower movement for more attack damage. Seems like that would make me very mad. I think the common blessing limiter is less bad for me, right? Because we get the 4 automatic.
Those shadows.
Yeah, because, you know, with our plus levels from the pomegranate, that lower rarity, less bad. What do we get here? Dash is the less problematic one. Priming, you know, this lets us be more aggressive, right? So I think that is actually pretty okay, since we need to be very up close and personal to go swiftly, right? You know, and hopefully soon we'll get something on the attack, like, you know, if we get a nice little Aphrodite or something, Apollo, you know. Transform this into a heart, feels good. We're gonna skip Arachne due to, you know,
Uneven trade.
superstition, basically. So I feel like, I don't actually know, I've never looked up anything for this game, maybe I should, but I feel like sometimes if I see Arachne, then I don't see Narcissus, right? And that's who we need to see. That's our last guy left to see. You know, we don't have any boss improvements on, you know, we're just on the time one, so the fact that we don't have any tankiness shouldn't bite us too badly.
Merely a glimpse, though that was poetry in motion, the way.
Attack, yes please.
The boon from chaos.
God fight, alright.
Music to my ears.
And now we get the sprint thing, so this is gonna be great.
Had to do it.
Now, we're still having a bit of trouble getting origination on right, because we don't have anything besides the burn for it. What would I love to see? I would love to see, like, Aphrodite and get it on the, Alright, do we take the fireball? No, glowing coal much better, because we want to be able to get the cast out and get damage in the event that we need to reposition like so. And now we can just delete things and also get the area denial while we run in. You know, that the armor per room is a very good ability. I used to think of, oh yeah, and that wider attack, oh my goodness, this is fun. You know, Charon Axe had been my go-to. I just decided to try this one on account of the last of our minor transformations paying off beautifully. And here, yeah, we go to Charon. Alright, clock stops, we can think a little bit. Ooh, Poseidon. Poseidon on the special seems fine, because we can get Froth eventually. But hydraulic might, yeah.
The aspect of Thanatos.
That'll just let us churn through rooms, especially or shorter things. Because the thing is that here we will be able to. Oh yeah, there we go. Very, very nice. You know, she can't compete against the doubled up power, right? Beautiful. We get cursed immediately because I am the worst. I'll be okay. At least I'll have 8 armor. Man, that's a good ability. You know, I only got like 150 hours in. It's not like I'm super experienced, but I am learning all the time. Not much. I like this axe, but you know, we probably got really good abilities, right? Alright. Nice and swift, I mean, ish. 4 minutes is hardly, like, super quick for this thing, but you know, everything goes faster than the first area, right? And if we don't set a speed record, that'll be fine. We do have to see Narcissus after all, so we're gonna need to open things. Alright. Here we go. The timepiece is so fun. Attack and alright, so if we take this, I mean, yeah, that'll, if we don't get a special, that'll make it real good. Here, we definitely keep all of those. Actually, the Apollo Dash, I love the Apollo Dash, because running faster is very good, and then Daze is amazing.
At least my feet are clean.
Hey, and then we'll be able to get one of these things. Very nice.
I bid you welcome.
One of these things, a hex.
From Master Blacksmith Hephaestus. For the glory of the
Alright, so we'll take this one because it's the God sent one. Not because I think it's like awesome. Alright, and then now we're going to be able to sell these. And of course, once we get Alright, do we take gold or more hex? I think the hex, because gold we're going to be okay with basically for the rest of the run, right? Right. Oh, beautiful. Alright, I love this build already. This build, the build that fate has set aside for me. That's right, we've got a thing to improve the Omega damage still on. Alright, so fire a bigger solar array, and yes, there we go. It'll fire on its own when we use it. This is the best, but we'll take the Godsend first and figure on completing it. Alright, so here we go to Hermes, I think. Not because I'm afraid of the boss, I'm not. But because Hermes has the chance to be quite interesting here, right? Giving us, you know, more speed or dodge. Giving us attack speed to increase, you know, everything else going on. As well as the ability to maybe generate a whole bunch of value for money. Alright, so Tall Order, are we going to hit there? I mean, fire boons are, I think we'll just take this hasty retreat. Alright. And we have to unseal these, because if Narcissus is there and we don't see him, then what's it all for? If we fail to get a record by a short amount of time, then, you know, that it is what it is, right? But I don't even know if they would give you a boss choice to get Narcissus. No, they don't. Alright, so... do we go Poseidon here, or do we just try to lean into Hestia a little bit? If we go Poseidon, it's a little late to get any value out of the special there, but, you know, maybe it isn't.
You again.
Boom. You know, nice quick little King Vermin kill. When you have a very, very wide effect on the world, you don't need to be able to see anything. Alright, so the wave... No, we just take the special, because if we don't get something on it, like, what's it all for? Hey, Narcissus, skate!
Maybe I should... Hey.
So the pool got murky, and we're finally making progress on the...
I've started thinking maybe that these waters aren't gonna clear up after all. I even checked a different spot, and sure enough, same thing.
Forget the waters for a moment. Something's going on with you. Though whether you've done this to yourself or someone else has, I can't say. Have you been clinging to feelings of guilt, resentment, that sort of thing?
No way. I have never been better, except when the waters were clear. I have never experienced feelings of guilt or resentment in my life. Unless you mean, well,
Alright, so random god boon, yes.
Seeds.
You found me.
And here, alright, we get the froth, and now it's all gonna be coming together. That'll give us a way to get origination on things much easier. Area now, you know, I don't know if we're gonna set any speed records, but you know, sometimes it's about the learning experience, right? Sell it for gold. Here, now, do we take Poseidon or the shop? You know, probably the Poseidon boon would have been smarter, because I think it was gonna be a free boon, right? But we'll, stuff candle for boss melting or raw power. I think snuffed candle is fine here. Alright. And it's a base level skill of fight, so it's true, I am their #1 fan.
This is it. This is the big one. Our big break. Right here.
My girl. And we just delete them pretty quick, right? I mean, honestly, that's just the power of a very souped up ring, because we got that smolder ring, you know, that when the pomegranate gives indeed.
There.
105 damage every second when they're in it, you know, and then with origination, all comes together so beautifully. All right, now we take the hammer by long tradition. You know, you roll a hammer, melting shredder. All right, so we'll get sacrifice boon. Well, that could give us something very cool or something meh. What could we sacrifice that we'd want to sacrifice? Nothing, right? Nothing. We'll get this permanent Well of Charon thing on the grounds that we might eventually,
Out of here.
you know, see something in a well that we want to keep forever, and that does stick to the end of the run, so, you know, might be able to get something very cool out of that, you know, attack damage.
Mustn't stay for long.
Like attack damage. Alright, mustn't stay for long indeed. We're gonna roll on in.
Show me the way.
But we're gonna just keep on rolling, baby. Alright, so do we take more froth damage? Or, I mean, maybe.
I accept this gift.
The path of stars.
+1 godsend? No, we gotta move up towards independent firing, because independent firing makes this thing amazing. And we kind of want to go over here and sell, right? Alright, so we do get the purge off. This will have the nice effect of, you know, arranging them here. The thing about selling the purge to these minor ones in Act 3 to the timepiece is it has the identical gold value. Alright, so Hermes again? Yeah, I think so. It has the identical gold value to a full room reward, even though it's a very minor reward. Alright, please let me find a thing. That's all I want. Oh my goodness. Alright, so this is a situation where if I knew, like, room layouts, this wouldn't be happening to me. Alright, well, you know, it doesn't matter if we're not the fastest in the world. There we go.
Once again.
The light of the sun.
Olympus, I accept this message.
I'm not convinced this one's that good, but we're gonna take it. I mean, it could theoretically be alright. I've never really messed with it. It's not my style. I just, you know, obviously it wouldn't be very good for bosses, but I can see, you know, a few percentage points here and there. It just seems like even at the epic level, it's sort of weak. We'll hit up our girl Echo and see if she has any thoughts on this situation.
A cheerful sight. Cheerful sight. Cheerful sight.
Alright, so if we pomegranate double the smoldering, that is obviously the thing to do.
Won't forget.
Alright, so mainly this is talking to Narcissus. Alright, we definitely take this door. This is a better door. I mean, maybe the Apollo door is better, but...
Flourish and reveal my path.
But I basically can't say no to a hammer. And we're probably going to be able to get the Godsent boon as well as the independent firing boon. And when we get independent firing, our build is actually going to get considerably stronger.
Excellent stuff.
We're going to take this over the smoldering because 15% is still pretty good. And of course, a lot of our eggs go in this basket. Alright, there we go. We get firing as well. There's lineage. Yeah, there's so many good things to get here. We'll probably actually take the keepsake to force a hex in the Underworld. I think it's worth doing. And I think you can do that and it doesn't work against Fate's Whim. You know, this Boon of Hephaestus is just wonderful. Alright, see the Marauder? Yeah, seems fine. Bunch of AoE damage. Alright, none of those are worth getting. We definitely take the shop. We have so much money.
In the name of Hades.
Whenever we dodge or daze, we get life. I mean, yeah, sweet.
Let's get them, Great Auntie. Hello again, Cerberus. Shall we?
Alright, so we already took a hit over the armor. It's pretty bad. I was just like realizing I only have 155 hit points. You know, because we've skipped a couple Centaur Heart doors. We haven't had the opportunity to buy them, or we would have taken it. But there we get a nice, a beautiful, a destructive. You know,
That's enough.
taking the damage, not great. It immediately is overcome, right? But it's still not ideal.
Good find. Onward, Rocky.
And we go onward.
Out of the fields, at least.
I think, yeah, the, I think Seleni's the way to go. Do we take the movement? I mean, yeah, why not?
Here goes.
We may not get another good well before we get there. I mean, there might be one more. You know, maybe we should have saved it. But we are fast. So, very speedy, boy.
Ever shifting chambers. Realign.
But we are indeed very powerful here on this run. We're going to be able to melt Kronos, you know, just even though we have very limited hit points. But hopefully, you know, we'll get a chance to buy some more in the shop or something. Mumsy and Popsicle. Cat that dog. It's just the old man here today, hanging out with Boldy. Old man Boldy.
Thank you for looking after Cerberus.
Sure.
Very well.
Think you're better? Prove it.
Of course I think I'm better,
Just
Nim.
about to clear the. Watch this. There we go. Should have had you.
And since we're trying to go fast, we're just taking express stores on the way down, even though I would love to get stronger. You know, you gotta remember why you're here, which is to get a run in before I go and hang out with the dog again.
Two more chambers.
Because we definitely don't need to be any stronger in order to deal with it. We could kill Kronos with just our cast. And it wouldn't even take that long, right? But it'll be quicker if we do it this way. Oh no, we are in trouble. Oh, right, we took the Selene keepsake and then we took the express store, so we're not even gonna see her. You know, didn't think that through.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Alright, infusion won't work. Sprint, I mean, might as well, right?
Excellent.
Dodge. Huge backstab damage on days. Alright, well, let's go.
Farewell.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
I recognize that blade you bear. The scythe of death himself.
You may have taken death, yet death is here for you.
Oh, yeah,
It would be
Malunumi.
fitting if you met your
That's
own
hardcore.
rise or effect.
It would be most unlikely, I should think. Then let us match now.
Have we not taken the scythe here before? Maybe
Rules or effects against
we
my
were doing something else
apprentice.
then and you didn't
And we
care.
shall imminently see who reaps and who sows.
Hardcore. Bum 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 bum.
My subjects have been waiting for this. Pardon a moment.
Music to my ears.
You know, bad time to choose it. Whenever he throws the scythe, you just have to charge towards him. It seems, you know, like it's counterintuitive, which it took me so long to figure that out. But that's what you do, right? Because normally you'd be like, oh no, he's gonna do a thing. I gotta run away from him. But really, you just gotta when he throws it, because it's always gonna go out in a ring, and if you go towards him and try to get in real close, then that'll never be where the arc is. But
Do not stop.
Will shine so bright it hurts.
Temper.
And what we're doing here is just brute forcing it, figuring that, you know, oh no, now we're running here. I lost my cursor on the screen. There we go. You know, that should have been quicker. Slow kill, but,
Time flow freely forth.
you know, a fun little run. It's like, you know, Scylla and Cerberus don't feel that much crazier most of the time, but yeah. So 1330, no record there. I don't know what my record is, probably like 11 and a half or 12.
Conniving Kronos was never heard from again, and young Melenoi and all.
But you know, we made some progress
Ever after.
with Narcissus, and that's really what this is all about, right? We gotta get that final achievement.
Return to Shadow? Now.
I'm nothing without my final achievement, and then the achievement that tells me I've gotten the final
Task
achievement.
proceeds.
No, I'm still something kind of. My favorite song's playing because I requested it from this guy. What is the record? 1143 with Charon, yeah. But that was a good record for Thanatos. You know, we've only cleared it twice ever, so there's that. And, you know, the third fastest time with anything, but some of my stuff is very slow indeed. But although I actually prefer the overworld route because I think the first act is more interesting, you know, all of our achievements are in the third Or rather, in the first act, not the
There's
third
shades
act.
around here.
It never was for me to decide why a mortal's life.
You brought misery to mortals because you were bored.
I'm not proud of it. Especially.
I'll handle it.
But anyway,
Tartarus.
we gaze upon our wheat. But that's all we've got right now. It's time for me to get upon with my day. First, let's gaze upon our statues. Look at their majesty.
Few places such as this where two realms meet.
But there we go. It's interesting to see Narcissus become more introspective. You shouldn't say self-reflective because that's too easy, right? But you know, we got it done. In and out, smash the big guy. And if it's not an overall record, it's still a Thanatos aspect record, you know, and that'll give us a little baseline of something to go against. You know, I don't know, it's good in the game, I don't know, you know, stuff. We wasted a bunch of time, like, sort of being lost in Act 3, but that happens sometimes. We, you know, it could have been quicker. We definitely could have been leaning on to the Omega special more, and, you know, we didn't get a strong one there. Still, a nice little run, had a bunch of fun, and we'll be back one of these days to continue on and see if we can finally either reconcile Narcissus and Echo or reconcile them to their fates, which is more sad because Echo's so sweet, but you know, I really just want what's best for her. Narcissus will be alright, he'll always have himself. Anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, I really hope you've enjoyed. And maybe I'll see you guys in another stream or video. Later.